On a picture-perfect fall day, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish continued their storied dominance, overwhelming the Purdue Boilermakers 66-7 in a lopsided affair. From the opening whistle, the Irish took command. In a dazzling display of gridiron prowess, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame stormed into West Lafayette and left the Purdue Boilermakers in their wake, cruising to a commanding 66-7 victory on a sunny Saturday afternoon. From the first whistle, the Irish unleashed a torrent of offensive firepower, racking up 42 points by halftime and playing most of their reserves for the remainder of the contest. It was a victory that harkened back to the days of Rockin' and the Four Horsemen, a masterclass in football dominance. Riley Leonard orchestrated the Irish offensive symphony with precision, rushing for 100 yards and 3 touchdowns, while also throwing for 112 yards in a first-half blitz. Leonard's heroics, combined with a relentless ground attack, saw the Irish pile up 278 rushing yards before the break. By the time Jadarian Price took off on a breathtaking 70-yard touchdown run on the final play of the half, the outcome was beyond doubt. On defense, the Irish were equally formidable, holding the Boilermakers to a paltry 162 yards and converting only one of 12 third down attempts. The defensive highlight came in the second quarter when freshman Boubacar Traore snatched a Hudson Card pass out of the air and raced 34 yards for a pick six, further burying the Boilermakers under Notre Dame's avalanche of points. The second half belonged to the reserves, with Steve Angeli taking over at quarterback and continuing to slice through the Purdue defense. Angeli connected on 6 of 9 passes for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 28-yard strike to tight end Cooper Flanagan. Kenny Minchey capped the scoring with a 5-yard touchdown run, marking the young quarterback's first career score. Notre Dame struck quickly in the opening minutes with a 5-play drive, culminating in a blistering 48-yard touchdown run by Jeremiah Love. Love, who tallied 109 yards on the day, outran the Boilermaker defense to the end zone. Not to be outdone, Leonard followed with a series of rushing scores, including a 34-yard gallop and a 13-yard dash, leaving Purdue's defense grasping at shadows. The Irish defense suffocated Purdue's offensive efforts, with a sack by Jordan Bothello, setting up one of many stalled Boilermaker drives. As the Irish marched to a 28-0 lead, Traore's interception touchdown widened the gap, and Price's dazzling 70-yard run put an exclamation point on the half. Though Purdue found a brief glimmer of hope with a third-quarter touchdown, it was far too late. Notre Dame's offense rolled on, with Angeli leading a second-half charge that added another 24 points. The Irish's tight ends, Mitchell Evans and Eli Raridon, each caught 3 passes, while Flanagan and Kevin Bauman both hauled in touchdowns. When the final whistle blew, the scoreboard read 66-7, an emphatic victory for Notre Dame, who dominated from start to finish, with Leonard becoming the first FBS quarterback since Lamar Jackson to pass for 100 yards, rush for 100 yards, and score 3 touchdowns in a first half. The Irish had once again written their name in the annals of college football greatness. The Boilermakers never stood a chance, as Notre Dame's relentless power, precision, and poise left no doubt that the Irish are a force to be reckoned with for the rest of the season.